Good evening from Germany. Today, 15th day of June 2017, some minutes to 7 o'clock German time. It is a weekend, Saturday, it's a weekend. I want to extend my greetings to everybody all over the world, in whichever country you're watching me from, listening to me. Accept my greetings. My name is Stanley Lozierson, aka Waldman Don Stainless, voice of the voiceless. May the peace of the Lord be with each and every one of you wherever you are. I have come today to speak to you. But first of all, I want you all to know, if you speak truth, you will die. You will speak a lie, you will also die. Preferably, let us learn to be speaking truth. Okay? Let us hand over our lives to God before we start this program. May we bow down our heads. Father, Lord, in your name, I call upon you right now. May you bless us. Give me the wisdom and the power to speak to my people to understand what I'm about to speak today. Father, we glorify you for the life you gave us today. We glorify you for giving us life to get to this weekend. And for those who are in their sick bed, those in the prison, those on their way making journey right now, Father, be their guide and bless them. Father, those who don't have food on your table, I call upon you to provide them food. Those searching for job, those seeking for the womb, or the fruit of the womb, those seeking for good marriage. Father, I hand everybody over to you. Bless all of us. As I'm about to start talking to people, Father, it is in your power I'm speaking today. Without you, I am nobody. I honor you and I adore you. I respect you. May the peace of the Lord be with every one of you that are watching me now, right now, and forevermore, in Jesus' name. Amen. My dear African brothers and sisters, the topic today is all about the blindness of our African leaders, their foolishness that has made Africa continuously going down. The topic I have today is all about China. The Chinese has come to recolonize the Africa, and we are sitting watching Africa continue sinking every day. My African brothers and sisters, the favor you are going to do me, of course, you've been doing, I want to thank you for the ones you've been doing, is to share my live broadcast video as I'm talking right now. Do you know that the Chinese has taken over Africa just like the colonial masters and colonial mistresses those days came? The Chinese will get a contract in Africa and they will come with their Chinese citizens and fool the whole Africa. They do not offer to our citizens. They come with their own shop, their own food. They do not even buy anything from us as an Africans. Okay? And our leaders take money from them as a kind of bribe and leave them to continue what they are doing. Do you understand me? Now, if you watch out, they get contracts in Africa. Your brother or your sisters are not being employed. And if they are employed, they put them in the lowest level. Is that okay? It is not wise. This is what our African leaders are causing for us. They are mismanaging Africa. And you and me can bring the awareness to us to know our rights. Let us not continue giving the Chinese opportunities to take over us. Don't forget, Chinese country, China has one of the largest population. And they want to scatter them all over the world. They have come to Africa to take over Africa. Let us shine our eyes right now. It has been bothering me, and I decided to speak it out today. But what is the cause? It's your leaders. But permit me to appreciate one good African leader of the modern time now. That is the Tanzanian president, John Pemba Magufuli, the bulldozer. I appreciate him and I want to thank him to continue his good job in Tanzania. I wish other African leaders may copy this president's style, which I know they will not, because our leaders are highly corrupt. And this is why China is definitely going to recolonize you. They are on it. But if we team up we can fight this, and it will never continue if we join heads together and speak out without fears. Is that okay, my fans? Right now, how do we start? We start it by social media. Let us use this weapon they have given us to start to fight, because I see no reason why. If we look at our African leaders, forget them. For example, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is right now lying down in a hospital in the United Kingdom. Africa don't have hospital. Packing our presidential aircraft in the airport of the United Kingdom, paying them £4,000 every day. And so many people are suffering hunger in Nigeria. So why wouldn't Nnamdi Kanu declare Biafra? Tell me. You see, what is happening to us is our fault. We do not speak. We are all cowards, but not me. Exclude me. Because I know death is inevitable. And that's why I don't fear. I don't fear death. And this is why I come to speak the truth. The president of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, is lying on his sick bed right now, while our presidential aircraft is parking in the airport in United Kingdom. And it costs £4,000 daily. This £4,000 can feed some Nigerians who are suffering hungry. But nobody wants to understand that. Everybody is a coward. Everybody is afraid. And some of the people in the House of Assembly may not speak about that because they are all corrupt. They don't want to be involved. You see, gone are the days APC took over Nigeria. Do you understand? If you're a criminal, join APC. You will not be exposed. Are you understanding me? The same way China is using to enter them, because they are all corrupt. The African leaders are all corrupt. And this is why every rubbish is being tested in Africa. In the last time, they were sending us poisonous food. I exposed to that. That was plastic rice. Before their eye opened and they started fighting against it. Today, they are coming through contracts. Coming with their own citizens. Open their own shop. They don't buy our African food. Our African products, they don't buy. They are even hawking on the street of Africa. And our presidents, our leaders are not saying anything. They only take over the country, the leaders. Do you understand? Robert Mugabe, the president of Zimbabwe, has taken over Zimbabwe for a long time now. Museveni of Uganda has taken over Uganda as a private property. The president of Sierra Leone has taken that one as his own private property. So they continue all over Africa. And do we sit down and be watching them? No. We don't have to sit down and keep quiet watching them polluting Africa. It is time we all should wake up and speak. Just like the president of Cameroon, President Paul Biya, he has taken over Cameroon as his own private property. Look at some part, there's part of Cameroon that the school is no more existing. Nothing is happening in this part of Cameroon. But Paul Biya, he doesn't care. They only embezzle the money in Africa, come and invest it in the Western world. Look at what Mobutu built in the olden days in Brussels. And today Mobutu is dead. And that belongs to the Belgian government. And you sit down watching them. You sit down coming to Europe to seek political asylum. While these people kept embezzling the money, send their children to overseas to study. And the poor masses are the ones their children should study in Africa. And nobody is speaking. Okay. Why wouldn't Nnamdi Kanu declare another country? If the other country is not functional, then declare another country. Why wouldn't the youth support Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu has a large crowd now. At the early stage when President Muhammadu Buhari arrested Nnamdi Kanu, I sent a video telling this president that it was wrong arresting this young man, set him free. But today, you can't stop them anymore. African leaders don't know anything about dialogue. They only know violence would come. Look at how they have been operating these countries like their property. The other day, I saw Yerima Shetima of the Arewa youths. Could somebody like Yerima Shetima will be the kind of future president coming from the northern states? Gone are the days born to rule. Born to rule is no more in Nigeria. Born to rule is dead for Nigeria. Gone are the days such thing exists. The northern states always make noise of born to rule. No. Now you are about to restructure Nigeria. But it is late. Why would, if you are about to restructure Nigeria, so I heard, will you restructure the people that are recently killed during the IPOB protests? Will you restructure the people who died during the civilian Biafran Nigerian war? The day I confirmed Nigeria that it wouldn't be a good marriage, that it wouldn't work out, was the day after the war, 1967. They started, 1970, they gave the Biafrans 20 pounds. That was the day I knew this marriage would never work, as I read the history. Though I was a kid. But as I read the history, I found out they gave the Biafrans, this very current Biafra today, you gave them 20 pounds. And since this, after this war, no Igbo man or Biafran has ever ruled Nigeria. Why wouldn't history repeat itself? Why wouldn't Nnamdi Kanu declare Biafra? Why should we blame him? This is a war that did not end. It's unended war. But they are not trying to understand it. I mean, shame to the Eastern leaders. The Eastern governors, I personally, Stanley Lozerson, I'm saying shame to all of you. You are afraid of your properties that you're going to lose if there is Biafra. You are afraid of your position that you will lose if there is Biafra. Shame to Eastern leaders. The Eastern governors, I say, woe unto you. Shame to all of you. This is Stanley Lozerson speaking. I say shame to all of you, the governors in the Eastern Zone. You're not ashamed of yourself. A young man like Nnamdi Kanu came out. If I am Nnamdi Kanu, I would even do worse. I could do worse than he's doing. Through my social media report, you can understand I could do worse. Marginalization in the Eastern Zone. Yes, if you want to restructure Nigeria, quite understood, we accept. You will transfer the international airport to east, the seaport to east, embassies to east, and try once, let capital of Nigeria start in the east. Let everybody focus towards east. Then equation might balance. But whereby you say you want to restructure Nigeria with this your tricks, this your games, which you played immediately after the war, you will never find peace. Nigeria will never find peace. Because the cheating was too much. After the war, you said it's one Nigeria, you want one Nigeria. You gave the others 20 pounds. It's 50 years now. 20 pounds. And they survived. You continued mistreating them. And the oil you used to make the nation is coming from the east. If this oil is from the northern state, long time they would have divided the country. Yes, and this is the way China is coming to recolonize Africa. China is coming to recolonize Africa, whether you like it or not. They're already there. They are already there. And nobody is talking anything about it. You are only in Nigeria fighting Nnamdi Kanu, only fighting against the Igbos, tribalism, which has ruined this country. Tribalism. And if this tribalism continue, Nigeria will end up like a hellfire. Everybody is afraid. People don't want to talk. The president of Nigeria, nobody can talk anything about him. The president is sick. That means the country entirely is sick. President Muhammadu Buhari is sick. Therefore, Nigeria all should be sick. Nothing should continue. And let me tell you, the acting president, Professor Yemi Osibanjo, I want to warn Nigerians, I want to let you all know, this man's life is in danger. If eventually President Muhammadu Buhari dies, President Yemi Osibanjo, the acting president, his life will be in danger. Mark my words. Store this video so that you will remember my watch. Because born to rule will never let him continue. Some of you are blaming Goodluck Jonathan. Was Goodluck Jonathan alone there? Was he given a free hand? You see that Goodluck Jonathan was destabilized with Boko Haram. Lot of karma. Do me, I do you. God no go vex. It was a lot of karma. Goodluck Jonathan was not in Aso Rock on himself. Born to rule was commanding him. And so, talking about Igbo president, Igbos, if you want presidency, let them give you. But mark my word, the tricks will never end. Born to rule will never let any other tribe control that country without their consent. Get to Malaysia, your embassy in Malaysia are mistreating the citizens there. In which country can you say Nigeria embassy is taking care of their citizens in that country? There's no need having embassy in any country because your embassies are not treating the citizens fine. Give them money, they will give you TC to bundle their citizens back home. That is what is happening. So Nigeria is a country, the restructuring has a long way. If power is not removed from the hands of this born to rule, you will never find peace, Nigerians. This is the country I'm talking about, Nigeria. Look at Cameroon, they are battling. A president who is there for so many years is old. And Africans, when will you stop voting in old men of 60-something to 70-something? That means the youths are not qualified to rule. When they are sick, they fly abroad to treat themselves. While they have, do you think the white man is happy with you coming, leaving your country to come and take treatment? Yes, you brought them money, but they see you as a fool. Yeah, this is what it's all about, Africa. This is all about Africa. If you protest, they shoot you. If you speak, they hijack you in the night and kill you. They will either detain you in the prison and give you poison to die. That is African leaders for you. You are not allowed to talk. So you are still enslaved in your own country. Look at the way they are killing African citizens in Asian country. Saudi Arabia, Dubai. They are being frustrated. They don't care about Africans. Africans are the good example of tests. Look at how they are killing them in Libya. The Libyans are killing Africans like they are not human beings. Even though Libya will say it's Africa. Let me tell you, stop deceiving yourself. These people are not Africans. They are Arab Africans. They don't like you. Stop risking your life going to Arabian countries. As far as you're not a Muslim, and even if you're a Muslim and you're a black man, you are not recognized. Quote me right. This is Stanley Losison speaking. Stop traveling to all these countries. You are endangering your life. You'll be used like dogs and animals. Sometimes if I look at how they are mistreating our ladies, our sisters, they don't see them like a human being. And still they struggle to go to these countries out of hunger. Countries made with milk and honey. You could imagine the way Nigerian citizen, a country that called themselves Giant of Africa. Giant my anus. Giant of Africa. And your citizens are being killed on the street of Arab countries, Sahara Desert, Mediterranean Sea. You don't even care. As far as you have your mansions, you have bought your houses in America, Japan, Switzerland, let your citizens die anyhow they want. You are all murderers. You, the African leaders that are looting your country's money, you are all murderers. And I command the citizens that have died out of hunger because of your looting of money, because of your carelessness, may their souls torment every one of you. May the soul of any African citizen that have died out of hunger, that have died out of frustration of your leadership, may their souls torment you in the night. May you not have a sound sleep in the night. Because I shed tears when I see my citizens, the way they are being killed, the way they are being maltreated, the way they are being tortured. Why do they travel abroad, going to all these wicked countries? It's out of poverty, out of hunger. They have no choice. They prefer to go and die in somebody's country. They seek political asylum when they are not supposed to be refugees because they have no choice. And some will say, this is this tribe, this is this tribe. What are you not telling me? It is the mismanagement of your leaders. Blame your leaders. Don't blame the country where you are going to. Don't blame the country. Some say Italians are wicked. Why wouldn't they be wicked to you? Is your leaders kind to you? Some say the Arabs are very wicked to them. Why wouldn't they be wicked to you? Because your leaders handed you over to them to kill you. Because you don't want to speak. I prefer to die in my country, face these people, tell them their sins. My African citizens, stop running away. It is better we fight them direct. It is only in Africa an ex-president becomes one of the richest people in the world. It is only in Africa a governor is among the richest. It is only in Africa a local government councillor, chairman, House of Representatives, senator is one of the richest. Can you account how you made this money? How much is your salary? It is only in Nigeria an ex-governor is still receiving salary as a senator receiving salary. Is this not so? This is embezzlement. Nigerians, tell yourself truth. Africans, tell yourself truth. Let us come real. Tell yourself truth. Our ladies are suffering. They remain single because the men don't have money to finance marriage. It's out of poverty. What will happen next? They travel abroad where they will be treated like slaves. Blame your leaders. Blame your leaders for the Chinese coming to recolonize you now. Blame your leaders. Blame your leaders for your starvation. Blame your leaders. Nnamdi Kanu said there will be no election in Anambra State. I am 100% in support. I'm 100% in support. I could even finance it. Because the vote you have been voting, what have they done with it, your Eastern governors? What has your Eastern governors done with the votes you have been voting them in? I am 100% in support of that. I will even contribute my own money if it results financing it. Let them be taught a lesson. Let us clean their ear. Let them see that we vote them in. We have the right to not to vote them in. Gone are the days you will starve me at the same time kill me. It's my turn now to starve you my vote. I want all of you to obey what Nnamdi Kanu have told you Easterners. These people must account for what the federal government allocation they have been giving them to finance the states. Some part of the states are owing teachers. Pensioners are suffering, dying without their pension. So, if there is no vote in Anambra State, let it be a lesson taught. All this you people's meeting, the governors of Eastern Zone, you are making meeting, your meeting will not solve the problem until you call for a table dialogue and discuss on how to treat your citizens, and you let the federal government, you let General Muhammadu Buhari know that you people are not happy. Not only you're a governor for your own selfish pocket. We are ready for you people. We are set. We don't fight with gun. We fight with what I'm doing now. We bring awareness to the people you thought they will not have awareness. Yes, this is the time for everybody to shine his or her eye. Shine your eye. These people are criminals. They are all thieves. Stop voting criminals into electoral posts. A high-ranked kidnapper was kidnapped, was arrested. Evans, all of you are kidnappers too. You are in the House of Assembly. You are as a governor. All of you are still kidnappers. Because by the time You steal the money of the public fund. You steal the money of the citizens. You are the worst kidnapper because you don't know how many people that have died for the money you stole. Evans is not only the kidnapper they have in Nigeria. You elected people in the government offices. Are you also kidnappers? Yes. You are also kidnappers. Tell me, how could there be unity in Nigeria? As President Buhari was elected, immediately he took over office. Every better post are Northerners. But you say you are one Nigerian. In every high position is a Northerner. Both in this East, the Commissioner of Police, everybody is Northerner. That is not leadership. You are restructuring Nigeria. Be fast before it's late for you. Yes. I know one day President Paul Biya of Cameroon will regret of his long time in the presidential seat. I do not take nonsense. I'm an African and I love every African citizen. I do not hate the Northerners of Nigeria. I did not hate the Westerners. I'm a very neutral person. If you do good, I will praise you. And if you do bad, I will be the worst person to tell the world that you're a thief. Can any one of you declare your asset, starting from the local government chairman to the chief, the so-called assets? Declare your asset. Let us see those of you who are thieves. But let me tell you, there's another thing that worries me. Do you know that we Christians, I'm a Christian, but I don't have something against a Muslim or the Judah or the Hindu, whichever religion, I have nothing against you. But looking into the reality, Christians, we are more corrupt. Believe you me. Christians, we are more corrupt. We have many fake prophets. We have many fake churches. Can you imagine church will build school? Those days, if church built school, it's for the poor masses. But today, churches build school for the rich people's children. What a religion. I don't know how God will be crying looking at all these kind of churches. Churches will be hospital. The hospital is for rich people, not even for the members of the church. The schools, members of the church cannot even afford. Those of you paying tithe, and your pastor is wearing one of the best shoes, one of the best suits, driving one of the luxuous cars, living in a presidential house, luxuous house, having a private jet. My sister and my brothers, be wise. Stop trading on a loss, a business you don't profit. Okay? They will point, there was one church I went to one day. They started from front seats. People in front seats, we need 50,000. People in the back seat, we need 20,000 naira. How dare you should command the money I have to donate in the church. That is where I looked at Christians and say in corruptions, they are number one. It is only in the church you see a comedian using the altar to entertain, playing with the church. It is only in the Christianity. It is only in the church. You can't try this in the mosque. I have also been in the mosque. Mosque is being respected. Even people fear shrine now more than church. People fear shrine where native doctor is. They fear it more than churches. When you look at the way they've been operate, doing their fake prophecy, they prophesize only evil. They don't prophesize progress. I've never seen who pointed at you and said, tomorrow you are going to be a billionaire or tomorrow you are going to be a millionaire. What we only hear is there is somebody about to attack you your neighbor is about to kill you. What a wonderful Christianity. My brothers and sisters, Christianity is in the heart. You have to worship God in your heart. Forget about those who are preaching evil inside your brain. I think I'm making it clear to you. For those of us staying abroad, we should learn to love each other. No matter the passport you are controlling, you are an African. As far as you're black, you're an African. Stop selling your brothers and sisters. Stop betraying each other. Let us make a unity as for we to fight our enemies. And our enemies are our leaders, not the people who are living in their country. The people who are living in their country, they welcome us. They honor us. But what are your leaders doing about you living that country? And that's why we are lacking population. In less than no time, China will take over you people. I assure you that they are on it already. But how do we fight against this? That is my question. I can't fight it alone. We all should team up. Like as I'm doing this video, if you cannot do the same thing I'm doing, share the video. Let the right people that will help us hear my voice. It's a kind of awareness. It's not only a dead person we decorate normal human being too. We decorate the brain. We clean up normal human being, not only dead. So let us work together and make Africa great again. Make Africa a better place. Let us let these people know we know what they are doing to us. Not by each of us running away. Our running away, leaving the place for them, we are not giving them opportunity to take over us. I keep lamenting on China. People will say this guy is like he doesn't like China people. No, I like people who are developing, but you don't use your development to steal other people's opportunity. You can't even do what they do in our country. You can't try it in their country. Any rubbish you do in China, you either face death sentence or long time jail terms. The same thing in Asia. All these Asian countries, they don't joke. But it is only in Africa they come and mess up and do anything they want to do. Every one of them is considered as a white person. Africa, shine your eye. Shine your eye. We've seen them all. We've seen it all. It's time we should get civilization. It's time we should start building Africa. It's time we should start letting these our wicked leaders from devil incarnate to know that we know what they are doing. If you see them bringing that money into European country, expose them. Shout, speak. This is how we will fight them. But when somebody, I know like me, I'm a public enemy. I know a lot of people, some don't like me. Some are against my awareness that I'm bringing. I use my social media platform for something reasonable. I do not come here to gossip. I do not come here to insult who don't like me. I do not come here to speak a language you may not understand. I use English so that my speeches will go viral, so that everybody will understand that this man cares for Africa. I care for my people. I care for you so much. I know with my voice, I'm taking a big risk. Because some of these presidents, they see themselves like second God. After the God we worship, they are the God. It remains for them to stand as Jesus Christ so that we worship them. But I'm not the type to worship. I don't worship a human being. Whatever you think you are, it's in your pocket. If you're the president of Ghana, you're the president of Kenya, you're the president of South Africa, you're the president of Nigeria, Liberia, you are just the president, but you're not my God. Because I see you as like a normal human being. That your post is an appointed post. It does not mean you are my God. And that's why if you go wrong, I tell you, Gambia is free. Gambia has hard time now because of their past leader who was a dictator, President Yahya Jammeh. I was among those who pleaded to Jammeh to relinquish the power. And today, President Adama Barrow is there suffering because of poor finance, poor economy. But Gambians, if you are cooperative with your president, you shall win. It could take time, but you will balance again, because democracy is not an easy journey. It's not an easy journey. This is why Catholic Church remains the Catholic Church as it is, because Catholic does not have democracy. Catholic Church don't have good democracy. If Catholic Church has democracy, maybe by now the Reverend Fathers might have been getting married to female genital. But It is not possible. They can never change because they don't have democracy in Catholic. And that's why when they want to retrieve a reverend father from one country to the other, it is a must. Because this is a religion that does not have democracy. You can prove me right or wrong, but I'm telling you, with how I have seen Catholic, because I'm a Catholic too, I don't see Catholic that they have democracy. Catholic Church does not have democracy. Follow it up, you will understand me, because I go always in research. I go into research. Catholic Church does not have democracy. This is why their law is permanent. Democracy brings civilization. Sometimes there's area democracy is not good. Because democracy has some areas it destroys. There are some areas it's good. And this is why Catholic Church does not have democracy. Search it, you'll get a result of what I'm talking about. Do you understand? So Gambia is gradually going into democracy. It's not going to be an easy journey for Gambia. And I always put them in prayer. The smiling coast of Africa, the Gambia. It's not going to be easy for them. Because a lot of money went out of that country. And we say we love our African country. But we are killing ourselves. You know. So my people, so far so good today. I want to wish each and every one of you a happy weekend. May you enjoy your weekend with harmony. May the peace of the Lord be with every one of you. May you not meet your untimely death today, this weekend. May the peace locate you. May whatever you've lost this week, may you get it next week. I remain your humble Stanley Lozison, the son of Chief Hyginus Lozison, the Ugwaboso one of Amasato in Igbo land. I want to say bye for now, and a lovely weekend to you all. May your families be happy. May you all love each other. I love you, and I'm saying bye for now. We will meet sometime by the grace of God. I might be around again next week. If I don't always come online, always know I still remember you people, and I'm thinking good for you. I'm making my research to bring you good news. It's now I'm saying bye to you all, and enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye. Bye, Stanley Lozison, saying bye to you all. Bye for now. I love you. I love you all. I love you all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.